Hello, welcome to Tehele Founders podcast. Tehele Ventures is a Silicon Valley-based venture capital platform that helps startups in the US and across the world find investors and raise capital. To discuss about his Tehele experience today, we have the founder of Naratta, Ilya Zubkov. This company is a real-time AI to close more deals. First-time founders often struggle with sales despite it being the most important job. Naratta addresses this by providing real-time AI tips during sales interactions to help founders sell more effectively. And Naratta is a pre-seed company on the Tehele Ventures platform, ready to change the world. So what was your first impression of the platform, and what do you think about Tehele?
First of all, I really like the design of it. It's really modern, new. So they kept everything simple but yet functional, and that's really cool.
Yeah, sounds great. So let's talk about some of the features of the platform. And I know that there are a bunch of them, but one of the few prominent ones is Tahel AI. So what was your experience with this feature, Tahel AI, and how do you think it can help you and other founders with their fundraising?
So first of all, I really found useful market research because that's something that, we've spent hours on, and even to find one competitor to see fit and to see the amounts of their money. You usually went to Statista or some other websites, Crunchbase, to see the amount of fundraising or maybe some market research. There, right now you can have it just by one click, and that's really useful. It gives the directions where you can research, directions of the prompts that you can put yourself in AI or Google it, and that's awesome. As well as some insights on your financials based on statistics that you gave to the app. It really helps you to understand something that you might have missed. It happens when you're having lots on your plate.
Yeah, for sure. Another feature that I like is Ask Tahele. What's your experience with this feature?
It was really useful for me because usually in my startup, I can say that I use ChatGPT and no one will wonder about it. But because I have some private stuff, work stuff mixed up a bit, or my different projects that I'm working on, not just one, I actually have another thing going on right now. And sometimes ChatGPT gets confused. And with Tehele, that's never happened because it has context only of your startup in the chat. So it really gave the insights about it and just simplified the work with AI for me. So I really was impressed by the convenience of this approach.
Yeah, this makes sense because I think ChatGPT and probably other AIs, other tools, they have memory and context, and you're right, they usually get confused, and even like in private life when they use them, they remember some things about work or the podcast, and they just go into the wrong direction because of that context. And with Tehele, ask Tehele, this doesn't happen because it's isolated to your to the context of your company. Another part of the platform that I really like is the startup toolkit view, where you can, you have basically four different parts, four different sides of it, where there are financials, legal stuff, and things like that allow you to use the templates and some of the AI generated reports or guidance. So what do you think about this part of the platform, and how did it help you with Narada?
So yeah, first of all, I'll start with a pitch deck because each startup starts with a pitch deck. Basically, it comes from the idea, and then you need to put it in writing with some structure. And pitch deck is the best way to do that. And honestly, it really helped a lot because usually when you try to look on some pitch deck templates, they were sometimes you need to put your mail in there and register for it, and then you have some spam newsletters coming, or maybe some other stuff. And here, everything is combined just in one for all your series, for idea staging, for pre-seed, seed, and it's just awesome in my opinion, because for maybe people who are just beginning with it, it really helps a lot. And even for the seasoned startuppers, it just saves time on this unnecessary manual work of template search. When you have already something tailored to you, it's really useful. Plus, you can use the Tehele guidance in there, and it will also help to structure pitch deck to your startup with information that you have already given to the app. So that's insanely convenient. Again, they are really worried about their users, and they're really helping us. So I am really happy to have that there. On the other
Yeah,
side, there are financial, legal, and operations parts that I haven't really had much work with, but I can say that it gives the direction of what you can actually improve in your startup. For example, just a simple burn rate tracker helps you to understand how to actually, Tehele helps to adjust your budget so you will have lower burn rate. That's also cool. But just all those documents that are easily accessible on the legal side as well. For example, certificate of incorporation, bylaws, that's all that you need. And I guess that's great that you have templates for those documents in there. Because even if you remember when we incorporated Naratta, the certificate of incorporation was quite a thing that we were worried about. And yeah, Tehele helps. And that's awesome.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I can definitely resonate with that. And one other feature that I want to briefly ask you about is calculator, the Tehele calculator, which allows you to estimate those runways or financial projections or anything like that. So, what was your experience with the calculator?
First of all, it's much more convenient again than an Excel sheet that we drew together to create all these projections for ourselves. Here it's plain and simple, and you don't need any kind of document to actually work with it. You just need your information, and it again helps. So, this product, as it is, helps startup founders to focus on the thing that they need to focus on something that they need to create, on some creative ideas, on some creative approaches, how to find new clients and customers, how to research market. And this tool just helps to reduce friction in all of those processes. So that's just really useful for everyone. And as I said earlier, it reduces friction, and that's great. That's something that every one of us wants.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. As a startup founder, there are so many things that you need to do, but like most of the time, it's something that is either boring or you have to, do a lot of research. And now, as AI is getting better and better, we can rely on that. And platforms like Tehele Ventures can help founders in that regard a lot. So before we go, what are your thoughts on the potential of this platform for young startups or maybe more seasoned startups to find investments and close the fundraising process? Well, where do you think this platform could go in the future?
If you consider it as a dating app for startups with the investors, as it is, it's really it. Because you posted all the information, and now you're just waiting for the investors that actually interested in talk with you to talk with you. That's awesome, because usually when you approach investors, you even if you try to target those that who might be interested in your project, not many of them were actually. Some had some kind of schedule patched up, so they don't have any time for you there because you're maybe just writing it not in the right time. Here, you are approached by investors, and that as a startup founder, it really helps you because you see that you have some interest from someone, and this interest already shows that you can talk with this investor. Again, it reduces friction. Just a great approach. This product has great potential for the startups to raise investments because, again, if investor can see what he's searching for easily and find you easily, that means that probability that someone will find you is higher. And even if you are in some kind of a specific niche, you have some filters, and investor can find you by those filters. And again, this helps. So this app has a great potential, and I really hope that it was published way before we started our startup.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you, Ilya, for joining and for sharing your experience. Very valuable. And yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Happy to be here, and hope you will invite me again.